Day 3 of the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry continued with explosive testimony from KZN Police Commissioner Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi.
General, we then turn to the next topic in your statement. The heading is allegations against me in the public domain. Could you briefly deal with that?
Commissioners, I know there are many allegations against me in the public domain, which are widely publicized. There are podcast channels that are hosting specific individuals that speak so bad things about me. At least now I know that the Louis Vuitton bag cost how much money. I didn't know until they spoke about me in the media, and I went to ask my wife, what is a Louis Vuitton and how much is it? And I got to learn. I don't want to engage much on it. We know that Mr. Paul O'Sullivan, immediately after addressing the nation on the 6th of July, he came on television and he said bad things about me. And it did not start. He's been on this for years, commissioners. The relationship between him and Gerald Spear is something that's an open secret. So could it be that because I mentioned things about his friend that made him to respond like this? I said, this Mr. Paul O'Sullivan is working in the security industry as a security industry person. He once worked at the airport in Johannesburg, and after that, he then opened his own company. I know of, maybe I can put it here, commissioners, that, as I said, I've got informers. The chief of staff of the Minister of Police, Mr. Nkabinde, used to work for IPID. He has given me files about the modus operandi in IPID, and when he used to be there, the role that Mr. Policeman was playing in IPID. There was a fallout between the two of them. Mr. Paul O'Sullivan does not mince his words when he speaks out there. He just speaks openly. So I don't want to debate what he's saying. I want him to come before this commission and come and argue the things that I've presented in these past 3 days, that everything is a lie. And he must tell me why he says it's a lie. Not to come here and accuse me on something that he cannot substantiate. But if he's got evidence of it, he's welcome to come. It's an open commission. This. He must come here and say, this is what Mkhwanazi has done, this is what Mkhwanazi has done, this is what Mkhwanazi has done. For me, what I can tell you, what we have picked up, we are investigating. I became aware of this, I registered a case. The case is being investigated in KZN. I hope he also pick up things against me. He registers a case being investigated, and you see the outcome of it. There is a professor that I've never met in my whole life, Professor Meriti Haas. This is in academia, a violence crime monitor, analyst in KZN. I expect the learned friends and people that are academians to do research. You do not write something that you did not research. But from what I see, what Meridias publishes most of the time, it's a one-sided story. You hear from a person who tells you the story, you don't investigate, you publish it. I'm going to cite an example, commissioners, as I'm closing on this. The case, the famous case of the murder of a politician at Mzimkhulu in KZN, Sindiso Makata. General Khumalo at the time was a brigadier. I said when I presented here, General Khumalo used to work under Operational Response Division, coordinating operations. He only arrived at crime intelligence most recently, 2023, if I'm not mistaken. 2022, I think, end of 2022, 23. When these arrests happened back then, he was not anywhere close to crime intelligence. He was a brigadier. He's the one that was leading the team that cracked that investigation of Sindiso Makata. He's the one that found that the firearm that was used in the murder of Sindiso Makata and the vehicle that was used in the murder of Sindiso Makata are the resources that came from crime intelligence. It's Gerald Khumalo that found that. And it's him that caused about at least 30 police officers to be arrested that were part of this criminality that are happening in KZN involving the murder of politicians and others. But when the professor receives something from Mr. Adams, that Mr. Adams flew from Cape Town to Durban in prison to to go and collect it from an arrested person. And the arrested person makes a story that crime intelligence was behind this, therefore it's Khumalo. And they take that, they run with it. They have no clue. The person they're accusing is the same person that made this arrest. But we are accusing that person. Now, you will expect that maybe from Mr. Adams and others, but you don't expect that from a professor. Professor should have said, yes, you're receiving me, so let me go and check and verify. Where was Khumalo on this day? When did he start at crime intelligence? What was his role? Who was part of crime intelligence when this thing came? You would have picked up that. So I don't know if she's in South Africa or she's not, but I'll be happy if the commission can invite Meriti Haas to come here. And many others. There are many other people that have got opinions that are making allegations against me in public. I invite them to come here, commissioners, and sit in this chair and present and give me an opportunity to come back and respond to allegations. I'm going nowhere. iNkosi isangigcinile, ngiyabonga.
Thank you, General. Yes, ma'am. Commissioner?
General, just to go back to what you say about the relationship between General Sibiya and Mr. O'Sullivan, you say it's in the public domain, certainly not to some of us. Lest it be what you've said, lest it be understood, if that was not your intention, to mean there is an improper relationship. Perhaps if you could just say a little bit more about this relationship. Are they familial? Is it professional? What in fact is this relationship you're speaking of?
Commissioner, I cannot talk about the nature of the relationship between the two of them. What I know is what General Sibiya told me personally, that Paul Sullivan is his friend. He said it with his own words to me. That's why I'm saying, on me going to the media addressing the nation on the 6th, then Paul Sullivan went into the media and accused me. Instead of listening to the message I'm delivering and cause these allegations I'm making to be investigated, he didn't bother. He just fired back almost immediately. So that made me realize that in Zulu will say, so I like to believe that perhaps this what I was alleging there somehow links him somehow.
I've not been sworn in to interpret.
Thank you, Chair. That brings us to the end of General Mkhwanazi's testimony at this leg of the Commission. As he indicates in his statement, he shall avail himself when called upon to do so by the Commission, and should he be required to file a further statement, he has expressed his full intention to do so. Unless commissioners have further questions, that is the testimony of General Mkhwanazi. Thank you, Chair.
General, I don't remember ever being in the witness stand, but to be in the witness stand for 3 days, it must be quite onerous. Thank you very much. And you are excused for now, because there seems to be an indication that you might be recalled, and you yourself also offered to come back and counter whatever allegations may be made by others. So you are excused for now. Thank you very much, General.
Thank you so much. Maybe if I can indicate to the Commission that Parliament also invited me. I'm going to be meeting with the evidence leaders on Thursday and Friday next week, but the date of the hearing in Parliament I do not know, so I'll hear from them.
Yes. I doubt that you coming back to us will be anything immediate at all. I doubt that. Thank you very much, General. We will resume on Monday at 9:30. Let us adjourn. Thank you very much.